Hello again, I'm Tripp Rogers, and this is Tripp's Take. Reunions. Some people love them, can't wait. Other people are very ambivalent about them. Well, I have two reunions coming up in the next couple of months. One I'm really looking forward to, and the other, I don't know about. Let me explain. A year ago, on the Vinylthon broadcast of 2023, my buddy Dolph committed me to coming to Ashland College and Ashland University for WRDL's Vinylthon in 2024. And then, of course, the director or the guy who's in charge started off the alumni dedications with Tripp Rogers is coming next year. So I have kind of been committed to this for about a year, and I am really looking forward to going back up to Ashland. It's going to be a nice trip because we're going to take about a week, spend a couple of days in Wheeling with Dolph, and we'll spend some time with he and his lovely bride, and also going to get to first time meet in person Steve Novotny, who I've appeared on his show on River Talk in the afternoons in the Wheeling area. He's on from 3 to 6. Dolph does a segment with him on Tuesdays at 5, and I've been on that show a bunch of times, and Steve is looking forward to seeing me. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. And anytime you can do radio is always a good time. And then we'll go up to Ashland, and it's going to be kind of a mini reunion, a bunch of folks who I have known for well over 40 years. I'll be getting together. I haven't seen them in quite some time. In fact, we had a Zoom call a couple months ago, and it was the quickest hour, and we just had a ball talking. And these are people who, like I say, I really haven't seen in 40 years. So I'm looking forward to the weekend, and we'll do some stuff at Ashland. And like I said, I'll see some people who I have not seen in a long, long time. And I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, anytime we go up to Ohio, we get a chance to visit with Sandy's family and friends. So it's always a good time. And I'm looking forward to this. But my high school class is getting together in June for a 65th birthday celebration. Now, my high school class has been kind of hit or miss on reunions. First of all, the president of our class passed away at a young age. And that was one of the reasons, I think, why we didn't do it. But we had a 10-year reunion. A lot of folks showed up for that. And then we had a 20-year reunion. And unfortunately, I couldn't go to that one because the timing was not good. The cost was a bit much for us. And we had just had my daughter, and we were undergoing some changes because I had just gone to work full-time at a radio station, and I was also working part-time at another radio station. I couldn't get away. They couldn't spring me for the weekend, so we didn't go. And I heard from a couple people who's like, why weren't you there? Everybody expected you to be there. So I feel that mantle. We didn't do a 25, didn't do a 30. And then finally we got together in 2010, our 33rd reunion, I guess. It was the first time we had gotten together, and it was just a wonderful experience. Saw a lot of folks I had not seen for a number of years, at least 25. And the other side of this, though, is my best friend from high school, Scott, did not attend. He was very, very non-committal. And he didn't want to do it. And I never understood why. And then after he explained it to me, he viewed high school in a negative light. But he did come out for a drink afterwards with us. And like I said, we had a great time, and I really enjoyed it. I saw some people and rekindled friendships that I hadn't in quite some time. So in 2014, we decided to have a 55th birthday party. And we all got together, and it was a nice night again. Saw some people I hadn't seen. I was the DJ. Now, in high school, I was always the DJ. And so I was the one who did the DJing that night. And the tough part is when you're a part of the class, you want to socialize, but yet you're also entertaining. And it's really kind of tough for you to mingle, as the old saying goes. So in 2017, we had a 40th reunion, and that was cool. Attendance not as much as it was for the previous two, And I was DJ again. And this time I really felt the fact I couldn't really get in there and talk to folks. It was kind of hit or miss, and I was DJing most of the night. So the person who organized it said, listen, next one, Tripp, you're not going to DJ. And I'll give you a chance to mingle and hobnob and whatever. So we were planning on a 45th reunion in 2022, but that got canceled because plans just kind of changed and COVID threw everything off. So they're going to do a reunion, a 65th birthday party reunion, and that's going to be in June. But I find myself really struggling with, do I want to go up for it? Now, Sandy is indifferent. She's not gone to any of her high school reunions, and she's indifferent about going with mine, although she does know some of my friends because we've met them on trips. But the problem is I'm working, I have commitments, and it's going to be tough to get away for a weekend. The second fly in the ointment is my sister is just going to be getting back to New Jersey. So it's going to be an imposition to ask her if I could stay at her house, because obviously that's the cheapest way to go without having to pay for a hotel, especially in the New York area. I mean, and it's in season down at the Jersey Shore. And the other thing is, it would only be a quick 2-day trip. I mean, I have to fly up on Friday and probably fly back on Monday because, again, I have to work and I don't get oodles and boodles of time off. I have a schedule I have to keep and I have responsibilities. And that's the toughest part of this is when I go to New Jersey, I have so many people I need to see, family, friends that I have to spend some time with, and it's going to be difficult. And I don't know how I could do it in a couple-day period. Whereas I would rather go up in September so I can spend some time, take a week. And again, it would space my vacations out because I'm taking time off in April. And I will have built up enough leave time, so it won't be an issue. And again, I want to take Sandy to the Jersey Shore, and going to the Jersey Shore in the summertime, well, yeah, if you've ever been down there, traffic central, and it is a bit crazy. Whereas if we were to go in September, that's called local summer, and it's still, the weather's not bad, and it's still nice, and it's still warm, and I think that probably would work out better. See, you understand, I'm kind of torn. I should mention that I have a couple of high school friends who I did get to see last time, and it was really great to see them. And I think that takes some of the pressure off because those are two of my close friends who really wanted to see me, and I never got a chance to when I was coming up from Georgia. A couple times that I did come up, quick visits and stuff. So I think I may pass on the June reunion, but the other part of it is that I'm going to be 65 in June, and we're not getting any younger. And if I wait until our 50th reunion, which would be in 2027, there may be some people who may not be there. And the other reason why I'm kind of ambivalent about going is the fact that my buddy Scott passed away a couple of years ago, my best friend, and people kind of associate the two of us together. And it's just kind of weird to go somewhere without him being there, being a part of the conversation. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but I will keep you informed. That is Tripp's Take for April the 4th, 2023. Or 24, excuse me. Lost a year there. I'd love to hear your comments and questions about the podcast. Just email trippstake@gmail.com. Why is the host an idiot? Fantasy football players. The NFL draft's coming up this weekend, or this month. And, of course, a big trade in the NFL just the other day as Stephon Diggs goes from Buffalo to the Houston Texans. Well, my buddy, the Hall of Famer Mike Sheck, and yours truly will be ready to dissect everything, how the offseason moves have done. We'll have a Fantasy Sultans podcast dropping for you later this month. It's available on Spotify for podcasters, YouTube, and Apple. If you like the music of the 60s, 70s, and 80s, give a listen to WTRSradio.com. You can find it on Live365.com. Join me again next week for another edition of Tripp's Take. For now, I am Tripp Rogers. Thanks for joining me. Make it a great one.